Aries, welcome to your November 2016 Love and General Tarot card readings. Quick reminder to find me on Instagram and Facebook. I'm a little bit more interactive with those apps instead of with YouTube. So let me go ahead and just get started. I've been shuffling now, thinking about your love reading. So let's get started with that, okay? Love reading. Okay, interesting. I mean, I'm kind of seeing this interesting transition happening here from here to here. Especially with, okay, so you're here. Here you are as well, okay? Seven of Swords. You're starting to get out of your own way, which is nice. Okay, that's a good thing. You know, if things are going well in your relationships and things are, or maybe they're not really going well, but maybe they're not going well because you're doing something or you're saying something or you're kind of like putting the kibosh on your own happiness, right? Well, this is an interesting transition happening here for you, and I'm so thrilled for you. And it's not going to be overnight. It's not going to be like everything is going to be perfect tomorrow, but it's kind of like you're putting yourself on hold, right? The nines are independent energies, and this is to the max that you as an individual person can get, right? The nine. The only thing higher than a nine is when you expand your circle, when you expand your sphere and open it up to things like partners and family and growing a family. So here you are, and it's kind of like bursting out this way and bursting out this way. In a love reading, there's no better match in my mind. I mean, well, there's other cards that are good, but 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, two very important cards in terms of love and family. Now, if you're totally single, okay, this right here is a very important message that you are maybe, I don't see the entry of someone new except for with this, there's possible new something brewing, okay? But if you have had a pattern, I guess, of maybe being in relationships and things maybe not working out so well, or, you know, maybe you get a little bit antsy or whatever, this is a sign that it's going to stop, or that you're going to recognize the behavior and recognize the consequence of that behavior, which is most likely an ended relationship. And you're going to stop it. You're going to stop doing it because now I think you're feeling ready, or I think that you're feeling open to the idea of taking it from a unit of one and opening it to a unit of 2 or 3 or 4, right? And 10 of Pentacles is the tangibility of that relationship. It's the realness of that relationship, the actualization of it happening. This is the emotional fulfillment that you get from that relationship. It's time to stop being selfish, okay? I'm getting a sense that you are on a mission. Now, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of this card, King of Swords. I just don't like the artist depiction of the King of Swords. He just comes off as a little bit grumpy. However, despite my personal opinions about the artwork, it's just this one card. Every other card I absolutely love. But it's like a warrior. I mean, this king, more so than any other kings, is dressed in his war robes and, you know, the chain meal and the, you know, the gear, right? He's wearing the gear. He's ready for battle. He's ready to go out there and use his sword and get on his horse and do what he needs to do, right? Go to battle. And I'm kind of interested to see what that means for some of you, because love, they always say love is a battlefield, right? That famous song. And it is. And it's time for you to win. It's time for you to be victorious. I don't know if it's going to happen overnight, like I said. I mean, obviously it takes a long time to go from being completely single to married and babies and being happily ever after, right? But I think now the energy is shifting where you are starting to realize that you are tired of where you are. Now, if you're in a relationship, obviously you've already attained this, but there could be a shift again in the behavior, your response, your reaction to things. Now, Aries are the first ones of the zodiac. They're the babies. They tend to be a little bit short, right? And the attention spans are short, and it's just the nature of Aries. And we all love them. They're super fun and awesome people. But I think that you're going to start to put a cap on that, right? Because you realize that on some level it might be hindering the growth of your life in a big way. I mean, family and partnerships and love and marriage, those are really big decisions in our life. And if you're 10 years into a marriage, that's not lost on you. If you're 20 or 30 years in, it's definitely not lost on you how big of a decision that actually is. And if you want to keep it, you want to maintain it, it's time to step away from yourself and start to fight for the longevity of the relationship. He's a warrior. He fights. He works hard. He doesn't quit. Right? Even when he becomes king, he's still ready to fight. He is the true definition of a leader, a true definition of someone that gets what he wants and works for it, right? He's not one that just kind of things come easily. Not for me, that's kind of like the King of Wands, where things just kind of come in and there's just like an element of luck. No, this is not a lucky energy. This is someone that works very hard for what he has. So working hard for the relationship, working hard for the love, okay? Now, interestingly enough, I see this card in so many different ways, and it all depends on the spread and all depends on the story. In this particular case, and I don't always see this card in this fashion, but in this particular case, I'm seeing this being the card of victory, okay? Again, normally I don't. Normally I see it as a split between, but because this card is reversed and that they're both the sevens, I'm seeing it as being more along the lines of getting what you want, having success in this area. I feel as though there's been a shift with the Hanged Man. There's been a shift in the way that you see relationships, maybe through extensive learning experiences with past partners, maybe with past learning experiences with your husband or wife, maybe, just from life in general. But you're starting to see relationships differently, and you're starting to really maybe see the meaning of opening up your sphere and what it really means to share that space with someone. And that happiness doesn't have to be so dependent on someone doing things for you or you doing things for others, but that you can have a life together that's just moving forward and with goals and ambitions together. And if you're both working for the same things together, then the tension can dissipate. It can be easier, right? And it can make more sense. This is not an agenda of one, right? Family and love and life, it's not about one person. It's about two people. And 3, 4, 5, and 6, depending on if you have kids and all that stuff, right? If you are in a relationship, this tells me that you will experience maybe a newfound respect for your partner, maybe a newfound respect for yourself, and a feeling of warmth and happiness that this is the one that you chose. And if you're single or you're just dating someone and you're moving into a new direction, like, I think this new way of thinking, this new way of looking at it is going to make you feel so much more grateful for what you have, so much more grateful for who they are, and grateful for the love that you share and the fact that you might be heading in the right direction. The 3 of Wands, I feel, is an explorer, or a wanderer, if you will, who is standing on the edge of a land that he knows and is looking out over the horizon, right? And there's a craving to know. I mean, here he's looking out over the ocean. Every card deck is different. But he's looking out over the ocean in this case. And I see him, he speaks to me that he's, wanting to reach. It's like 30 Rock, Tina Fey. I want to go to there. Like, I want to go there. I want to see what's there. I want to see what it's like. I want to know what's under the water and what's on the other side of those hills. And, this is the horizon, right? This is where you want to go. This is where you want to reach. This is what you want to know what it's like. And you're at the edge of everything that you know. And you're giving up the things that have been holding you back, and you're setting yourself free. Okay, I mean, this is such a beautiful reading. I'm so excited for you. Pisces had kind of a challenging reading, but the other 2 that I've done so far, I'm just kind of doing them Capricorn through the order. And been kind of smoother sailing this month so far. I love Page of Swords. It's so fresh and light. And I don't know why you're kind of taking on this sword energy. And then here, I mean, I'm not seeing this as 2 different people or your partner. Honestly, I'm really seeing this as also you, okay? Queen of Wands, Aries, of course, lovely. I mean, it's that true fire self, that true fire energy within you, and that determination within yourself to have what you want. You're gonna go get it, right? You're not gonna quit. You're not gonna do anything. You're gonna go get it. Now, strength in reverse. I don't feel that it's like an extraction of strength or a feeling of weakness, but rather a feeling of humility and a feeling of like you need to check yourself. You need to balance yourself in order to get to this 7 of Swords reverse, right? Where you're no longer sabotaging your progress. You need to reach that point of humility that you actually are sabotaging your progress. And to not be so aggressive with your approach because that's just who you are, but rather have more self-calculating actions. That's what's good about the Queen. Okay, this is a very nice balance, actually. That's what's so lovely about the Queen. That self-analysis capability, right? The self-analysis ability and the desire to do it right. and to know that, okay, maybe I've made mistakes in the past. I've made mistakes and it's been okay, and I just don't want to make those mistakes again, and I won't. And to have this beautifully fresh attitude, curiosity, like, what is it like? What is it like to have that family? What is it like to be in this relationship? What is it like to really be in love? And to be in love with the right person, not just the dramatic, passionate, crazy, I can't wait to be with you all the time love, because it's not real. It doesn't have longevity, right? It's the love that lasts 30, 40, 50, 60 years, What is it like? I'm so excited for you, Aries. So, so, so excited. Sorry, I just haven't felt like it was right. 3 majors in the top row. There you are. Oh, you saw me shuffling, right? Another 7 though. This is not a bad one though, it's okay. Humility might be a theme for you, right? Pulling yourself back in, reining in the wild horses. It's you're feeling a sense of power. I see the magician as usually 2 things, right? A powerful force, a burst of inspiration in, some area of your life or all areas of your life. But also, there's that element of trickery and foolery, and it can really go either way. In this instance, though, I'm seeing it as self-empowerment, okay? And feeling like you have control over things, and feeling like you have influence. Sorry, there's music outside. Hopefully it's not, it's distracting me a little bit. Hopefully it's not distracting you. That's what you get by living by a party hotel with a pool club. But I'm kind of, the humility here with the 2 of these, and this is kind of like that ego check. Putting yourself in check, but then at the same time having this force behind you. This can be applied in so many beautiful ways. I mean, in your career especially, self-empowerment is obviously one of the best qualities. If you're trying to, build a business, or trying to get a promotion, or to become a partner in a firm, or, or switch careers even, this is you taking responsibility and feeling that inspirational motivation to achieve. And Queen of Wands, she achieves. She is the business owner, the business person, the professional, successful person that we all strive to be. She is the epitome of that. And she is out to succeed, right? And if it means having to put herself in check, if it means having to learn a lesson of some sort, if it means having to humble herself and learn something, or analyze and say, things aren't the way they should be, they're not as good as they should be, career-wise, I'm not making enough money, I should be making more, I should, and setting those standards for herself. And I'm saying herself because it's a queen, male or female, it doesn't matter. This is your energy here. Seven of coins is a very integral point of change. This is the pivot moment where you step back, right? You step back and you objectively look at what you've achieved. You've worked hard, you've collected wealth, maybe, hopefully, you have savings, you have assets, you have a portfolio or something like that, or you don't. But now is the time to look at it and say, where am I? Let's self-check. Let's see that things are on track. And if they're not, what do I need to do to get there? This is not someone who is afraid to be analyzed, right? She's got nothing to hide. She is on a mission to create change in her life. She is on a mission to make more money, to change careers, to educate herself, like I said before, all those things. And in order to get to point B, you have to know where point A is, right? Like you go to Google Maps and you type in where you want to go. Well, you don't know how many miles it is between here and there if you don't type in your starting address. Like you need to figure out where you are now. Get a handle of things, your finances, your assets, your education, right? Getting your portfolio together, getting your resume in updated shape, it's all those things. It's details, right? Coins are about the mundane and the details she's not the best at the details, so try to tap into that if you can. I think that will be important for you because you know that where you are now is not where you're going to be. You're at a fresh start. You are powering through this period of closure like a champion. You're charging forward through this. It's not going to be a prolonged process, okay? You are hoping, okay, that's what this whole process is for. You are hoping to start fresh with something else, with something new. You're hoping to be given an opportunity, which you will, but not until you figure out where you are now. Okay, you might be operating a little bit off of trust and faith. Trust and faith in yourself and trust and faith in your circumstances and others, which is fine because it's going to work out fine. Excuse me, talking all day. But, Two of Swords is about faith and knowing that you have that celestial guidance. And I always say that with this card because the moon is a celestial entity, right? And you have the stars here. You have the guidance from the heavens. It's like, the star, it's like the North Star, right? It's always going to be the same. It's always going to be there. And you can never really be lost because you always have a compass, and things will work out. Opportunities will come in. There's no hiatus on this. There's no reversal. So it's there, it's coming, it's ready, it's waiting for you, okay? But you need to get your ducks in a row first before things can begin to transition, okay? Okay, I love the Tower. It sucks, it's hard, it's challenging, it comes in full force with the death. Okay, something is going to occur. Something may end abruptly. Some of you may get fired. Some of you may quit. Some of you may move from one location to the next. Some of you may I'm trying to think of examples. I can't really think of anything, but something big, right? The Tower is big. Comes in, causes problems, sucks. It's It's hard, but you have such a positivity about you. I don't see any issues. Look how many majors you have on this hot bro. I don't see any issues with you working through it, okay? It's going to come to an end. You're going to handle it like a champion, all right? It's not going to be lost on you, the lessons that are supposed to come. And I kind of almost am feeling like you expect something to happen, maybe even romantically for some of you as well. But I feel like something is inevitable and that you sense it coming, right? You kind of know the truth here. And when it happens, I love this outcome because it's so objective. Objectivity is also a theme for you. Not to get overly emotional. Passionate ones, okay, they can tend to overreact. But you're in check this month. You've got levelness about you. This is objective analysis. This is also objective. And this queen here, she is objective. Now, this might be someone else. This might be someone that you can bounce ideas off of, that you can talk to, you can confide in. Maybe more of a motherly figure, okay? Maybe someone around your same age, though, like a friend, like a good friend. Someone who's probably been through that before, who's been through it before, who can offer advice. This is a message to not feel victim of the circumstances and to just allow things to unfold organically, all right? Go with the flow. Like, curiosity is one of life's greatest blessings, in my opinion. Being curious about what can happen. Oh, great, this happened, wonderful. Let's see what the outcome could possibly be. You know, it's optimism at its finest. Curiosity is never pessimistic. You know, it's always just like, let's see. You know, so let's see what happens. Because my guess is that everything will tighten up, everything will button up in a very organized fashion. It's not going to be messy. I don't see messiness here. If you lose a job, you might get another one fairly quickly. That's why I'm saying get your ducks in a row, get things organized, you know, get your estate in order and make sure you have some savings, you know, getting ready for a rainy day. Get ready for a rainy day, okay? That's it for this reading, I think. I think I've said everything that needs to be said here. So I wish you nothing but the best. Not too bad of a reading at all. I'm actually kind of excited for you, especially with the love stuff. So good luck and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next month. Bye.